Welcome back to Factorio on the September community map. So last time I got these process units done, or blue circuits, these red circuits done, and these green circuits done. So that's going to be a substantial boost compared to what I had here. Although these, actually just the red circuits, where have they gone? Have they broken? Looks like that coal is, while I was messing about the circuits, this coal is done. So I guess I should do something about that. This can basically be retarded because I did do this expansion here. So hopefully this will be enough for now. This can all be retarded and I'll have to use coal from somewhere else. I actually got the coal up there, I can bring it down. But yeah, that is very much done. That's 5k left. The iron is completely dead while I did that. Which means, well, I'd already set up this new iron to merge in there, so that's fine. And the copper should be fine. So I can update that. I guess that's why this tech wasn't really getting done last time, but I really did want all these circuits done. And what I can do with that is really get on with the beacon stuff because I can mass produce modules. Because modules, you look at them, it's just circuit, circuit, and circuit. And I have lots of circuits now, it's wonderful. So more distractions, so I realise this iron isn't really enough at all. Problem is, because I built the acid there, probably stupidly, how do I actually get this extra belt out? Because I had the 4 splitters there, but actually getting the belts to them, in fact that's to move anyway because that's in the way. So yeah, actually getting the belts to that stuff is going to be slightly tricky, I think. I'm trying to work out exactly how I might even... Nope, that can't... That has to go there. I'm trying to work out exactly how I might manage it. That can go there. So if I can underground belt 1 there, so that gets one of them out. Space for 1 there. Can this move down a bit? Maybe I can put 1 here. I guess I can underground belt under that. But yeah, for sure, not made life easy here. So I'm carrying a load of junk. Try and get rid of some of that. So that's 1, 2, 3. I guess I'm fine with this just being priority on those. Oh, that's not good. And clearly I'm going to need to do something at the fences as well. Well, I promised I'd do modules. I'm really trying to get around to it, but yeah, stuff's happening. So okay, that does give me 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I can actually do some form of balancer there. And I really shouldn't do that. No, it won't balance the... It won't balance the unloading, and then these won't unload at the same speed anymore, which would be bad. So I don't want to do that. Let's get rid of some of that extra stuff. Can I move the gears to be, well, not there? Should be able to go there. Then I really hope between here and that belt is enough space. Definitely did not leave enough space there. Thankfully that is enough space. I suppose technically this is going to unbalance the... I don't think there's any way I can keep this balanced. I just don't think there is about moving this. Because yeah, those inserters, because they're taking off pre-balancer, might mess with the balance. Well, yeah, I think I'm stuck with it. I don't think there's a quick solution. Can I get over there? Nope. What else could I try and do? Well, I guess nothing's there right now because that was going to be iron. I'll put the iron back there in a moment. I can get across there. Okay, so if I get across there, then I can get across there. This is redundant. That goes in there. Then I need iron from there. Probably could move that pipe, I suppose, but see if I can work around it. So that can go there then. That can go there. Avoiding the pipe. And then that gives iron into there. So I think that works. I think that gets me the 4 wagons I want. Hopefully the other stations will be easier because obviously I have to upgrade the green circuits now because the green circuits also only had 2 wagons for iron. As it seems the iron train is already down there, so this is basically going to get stuck because it can't unload. Actually, this one's easy, so this just needs to do like that so that the cables carry across. That was a very simple one. I wish I'd done that at the main base and left myself space. Oh, I guess the other change I should make, I'm going to change this to 8,000 because now there's more stuff to actually buffer. I forget if I showed this then, but this is basically, I've moved this over to the right. I already had this set up here because it prioritizes the steel, so because I've got this priority thing, that balancer actually doesn't work for this, so I put a second balancer in, and then that goes to the iron loading inserters, and that does just fit. I want to have a look at whether this is going to work at all or not before I committed to showing it. Looks like it does. So what I've got here is basically another station. So I had this one here. It's kind of a passing lane because I said I might put stuff here. I wanted to fit in more small stations into this compact space. All the buses leave me alone. So this is a similar idea to this. So I can have a station there, and this is going to be my supply station. Because what I want to do is I've thought about using gun turrets, not gun turrets. I thought about using laser turrets and stuff. I actually think I'd rather stay at gun turrets. I think it's more fun. But this map is really spread out. Like, I'm never going to get a robot network to cover everything I need to cover. So, make a small train with a small wagon. And this is going to be basically responsible for taking ammo over to the various places. So we're going to have ammo, we're going to have spare gun turrets, spare robots, spare... Oh, I forgot spare repair pack. See what else I need there. Anything else important I'm forgetting? Spare walls could be important in case they break a piece of that. Well, I can always add stuff to this as I go because I'm just going to put that in there. So it's going to restrict what can be put into this train. And I would kind of like to belt it, but I can't want a quick solution right now because this is like really odd. It's basically odd stuff. It's not like production. So I think I can justify to myself doing it this way. So what do I have? I had ammo, so we're going to have some ammo. Have a decent stockpile of ammo there. But I think I can make these buffer chests. Because they should still... Okay, why are they not delivering? Oh, I think logistics are coming to supply personal stuff. So yeah, so by doing a buffer chest then I think next time I need personal stuff like this, they'll be able to take out the buffer chest and be a bit quicker. Also insert into here. The other stuff, well, I might as well at that point make them all buffer chests, mightn't I? Because otherwise they work the same. So, in addition to that, I wanted the turrets. We'll just have one stack of those. I wanted the repair packs, which is there. Probably just one stack of those. And stone walls, probably just one stack of those. Because this isn't for like supplying large construction purposes. This is just for repairing stuff. This is so that every time that flashes, I don't have to go and deal with it personally because I'm going to make sure there's a nearby train for all of them and it's going to supply them. But I could have used rocket fuel for that as well. Actually, that's what I could do with the last one. I could supply myself some rocket fuel. So if I go there, I'm going to go rocket fuel, wherever that is. Where's the rocket fuel? It's under there, I think. How much rocket fuel do I think I need? They go through it very slowly. Let's just go with 2 units. And then rocket fuel there. Did I get all of them? Oh, I missed one, doesn't matter. As long as this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I missed something. Oh yeah, but just spot as well. So I actually need 7 things. I can put them on the other side. You can also do it with longhand inserters. You have choices. But I could demonstrate that. This is the perfect space for it. So if I did that, like so, because wagons are 2 tiles wide, you can do it like that, and then you get to have more boxes. So in that way you can have up to, well, that'd be 6, 12, 24 boxes around one wagon. Although for a total throughput, I think stack inserters are faster than 2 lots of long inserter, I believe. Not really tested it. I believe they are though. But what this lets me do is have another one of these for logistics spots, wherever that is there. because I'm going to use the disc spots to actually move the ammo from the train station to the various turret. So go on there, logistic, put that on there, get rid of the rubbish. I think there's a way of moving this without clearing it entirely, which is a little bit annoying, because it always then inserts or puts stuff in. I guess you could park the train somewhere else. But yeah, so this will be supply, and I guess we wait for inactivity is the one to do. So, because I don't think I can use full cargo, because I don't think full cargo considers that. I suppose I could test. If I did... Okay, marbles have changed over the years, I can't honestly remember. I'm going to test it. Normally I'd use all the slots, I can't think of good stuff to do with it right now. Because normally I'd be doing for like solar or something as well, and you want lots of solar panels. While I'm waiting for that also, I think I want to design, make a blueprint for the unload station. So this is going to be the unload for my general supply. I'm going to have... How do I want to do this? So I've got two choices. I can do that and have one box per thing. Actually, you can't have without mods filtered long-hand inserters. Well, I could always use both sides, there's a possibility. Or I just use like a couple of boxes and I use conditions. Just use circuit conditions. So the way I do that then is I need a constant combinator and some decider combinators. I think I actually need arithmetic as well. I'll just make a collection of combinators. So on this constant combinator, you've got all these signals. But maybe that was smaller or not at one point. I can't remember again. Been a while since I set one of these up from scratch. So I wanted... Let's say 500 ammo. Also, I actually wanted those to be filtered. So I'm going to make some filtered ones. Because I want to control how much stuff gets put in there as well as whether stuff is needed or not. So turrets, don't normally need too many turret replacements. But don't really need too many spare ones of those because there's going to be spare ones. So. Actually, nope, I can do this the better way. Yep, so let's say 50 of each. 50 of those for moving ammo. Not even that expensive, actually let's just do 50 of each, that's not really a big deal. Repair pack. Where are those? I always forget. There they are. 50 of those. Not 0, 50. Stone walls. Again, tend not to get destroyed too much really. And fuel. We'll say 50 on the fuel. Oh no, rocket fuel. It's much more effective, it stacks less, let's say 20. So going to have those numbers. Got my storage there. If I take her Roboport, this was the clever idea I just thought of, which I don't think is how I did it in the past, so this will be different for me. If I go from there to there, say read statistics, not going to read the contents. Actually, I could read the contents, that is the... You would read what that is in those because they are pass providers. Let's do that. And now I'll get rid of that cable. This should work the same way. But the important thing is I'm going to change this total to be the actual bot thing. Instead of one of the virtual signals, if you like, the X, Y, Z, blah stuff. You're going to have the actual thing. So this should add on top of the signal for how many's in the box. So when I say I want 50, I want 50 in here and in here. So in total. So yes, in that case, that goes away. Then what do I want? I want to make this negative. So I take an arithmetic combinator. Going to do E, which is that one, times -1. Output each. So each signal times it by -1, which will make it negative, and then output the signal from the result. if you take this, put that there. Actually, maybe I'll do, just so it's neater, do it that way. So that's the reading on there. Did keep its settings. Now they're really having a go at these turrets. Yeah, I definitely need to get on with this. So I'm going to take the negative number, add the negative number with a positive number. Positive number should be the things I need. So attach that to there. Then have a decider. And we want to do a ×2. I want to restock more than the required amount. Because if you restock the exact amount, as soon as you take one bullet, it will be, hey, I need more again. Other alternatives. Let me think. I think I've got this. So you take that, divide it by 2. So E divided by 2. E. Going to use some green cable this time. So that should just have the constant combinator as input signal, not the total from this. Then I'm going to take that again on green signal so it won't overlap to that. So this time we're subtracting from half the number. When on given half the number, I'm going to come up here. And the condition is if anything is positive, then we shall output an L for the train limit to summon the train. So what would that be? Green there, I think it's green from there to there. And I can do red from there to there. And I think I got all this right. Quite possibly I forgot something, which I'll have to find out, but for the time being, let's just blueprint this. Did I have a station name on that? Yes, I did. So blueprint this, get the pipes out the way. It's my unload supply blueprint for the game. Train stop names are something I want to keep. Create blueprint. Put it there for safekeeping. So this is the first site I want to upgrade. Now the point is both of these are loading stations, so these will block a train that's here. So the best I can think of, and these trees, I wish I could make them transparent like in Transport Tycoon. But I think the best I can do is put a loop of some sort in here. So that should be long enough for the train to unload. So if that goes around there, all those robots are going to get themselves stuck, aren't they? Gives them a ping there. So this is now a loop that goes around. Let's just get that out of the way and clear some trees out the way. So if I take my blueprint, that should fit nicely in there. So I can get rid of that one and bring it some power. Train limit 0. I need to make these. What am I missing? I am missing that 2 of those. Other change I need to make is obviously this train is now looping around, so it needs to actually get out. So that's there. Is there any signals here that I can't see? Yes, what's that? A rail signal. So that's going to get stuck, so it needs one in the opposite direction. It needs one in the opposite direction there. And then that's the one for that. Got an output signal there with positive numbers. And I'm pretty sure that's positive as well. What you can do is if you get a cable of a matching colour, you put it onto like a power port, it seems to be the easiest way. Signals are positive on the red colour. This should have been set filters. Not enable disable, so actually I forgot something else as well. Problem with these stack inserter filters, they can only take one thing. I'd rather they had multiple things. Right then, what's the problem with this? Output signal L. I think I forgot to set that. Now train limit 1. Finally fixed it. Then this here, this can go to an unload supply station, and it can... I think we wait for inactivity. So once those inserters are done doing their business, it'll be inactive and it can go. I've made another mistake. How can I correct this mistake? I want to be self-bootstrapping. So what that means is, yes, that should have been there, like so. Run out of cables again. But then that will insert into there so that it gets the resources. Make sure I set that back up. Read robot statistic on the T and the Y, wherever Y is. There. So now it's going to load those into there. Let's actually add some logistic storage boxes in case they pick up any rubbish. So those are all negatives. So this is going to stop requesting a train now, 1-0. That has now finished doing its stuff. So actually it was carrying more ammo than I wanted, because I only wanted 500 in the boxes, and there the train goes. Next stage of the plan, upgrading these. So clear some space. How much space do I need? I think it's 2 tiles worth of space. I want some more space there. So going to have inserters there, there, there. They're going to have a request box. We're going to request some ammo. Then the ammo is going to be on this belt. Let's just use a stack inserter for that unloading. Then I think, can I go from there to there? Yep. So this is a new design, so as long as I have enough. Am I literally just out the range? Yep, I am. Try it again. So now they're going to take that across. Let's get rid of that as well, but I don't want to pick it up personally. And the ammo's going to go there. It's going to feed into turrets. If the turrets get destroyed or whatever, then this can replace the turret automatically. Also, if you're playing, well, let's not get one over, close attention to that. One of those things was a rocket fuel. So now from that supply station, you can supply rocket fuel to the other trains. So even if this train never goes back to the main base for, or at least not for a very long time, it can't run out of fuel in the middle of nowhere. It's more enhancement, I think. So if I remove that, I'll make that one for logistics spot. I'll change that from there to there. Throw some resource in it quickly so it has some. Now I can use a stack inserter and it will insert the ammo quicker. Because what I realised is ammo is like the biggest consumption thing here, so that does actually want the faster inserter. So let's see again if I can do these modules without being interrupted, because that's been the story of today so far. So I think actually here looks like the best place for modules. I gotta figure out the size, but this is a possibility. The main issue is going to be these here, but first of all I want to figure out the size, because if it doesn't fit, figuring out where to put the belts and the train stations and stuff, not really an issue. Anyway, so 2 of those goes from, so that'd be 30, so 5 of these goes to 10 of these. So for space I need that much space. It could go quite nicely there actually. But I think I want a full belt of green and a split belt of blue and red from over here. So that does fit. So then the question is, how do I make the stations fit? Now if I filled up with what I shouldn't be carrying, let's just dump some stuff quickly. So because of how I'm doing the unload instructions with the circuits, I think it's okay to have 2 stops in a line as long as they're both unload, not loading. So like you couldn't have another stop in line with this, which is why I did this if you called before, because this will see her destination full and just block stuff. But these ones for unloading don't do that. Except steel, because I've not set steel up yet. But I could set steel up and that'll solve the problem. So iron there's not really any spare space on, but the copper does have some spare space. It has spare space for 2 wagons. So if I get the trees out the way, what can I do with 2 wagons? I will need to change the splitter though. What I think actually I'll do is I'll do this, and then the coal moves, because the coal has spare space there. At which point that can go there. coal can, basically, like I said, it can use this spare space. So moving on to this, so that's either 2 wagons for either red or green. Then where can I put another one? I think on the steel, because honestly the steel is going to have lots of spare space. And the only issue there is the copper. What if I do that, then put, I guess steel might be too long at some point, 2 tiles. Unfortunately that is just exactly there. Okay, well I'll leave that alone unless I want 1 tile for something, maybe for processing units. I can go there, and then if I wanted those to go somewhere, they can underground it. And if I do that, of course, I do need to set up the condition on the steel bin to actually be well conditioned. But you need to see if this will fit. So that's going to be the unloading. Wrong button. Unloading goes. Need to do something about that then. Unloading goes where? There. That is very tight on space, isn't it? How can I make that work? Can that get from there across to somewhere out the way? I can move the coal again. This will be one of the other circuit types. In fact, if I adjust that, put that there, put that there, then I can merge it. Then I could go like that. Nope, not what I meant to do. Try again. That can go like that, like that, like that. That can be the coal. Well, this is clearly easy to understand and navigate. I think I understand what it does. So coal goes over there. That shouldn't be like that anymore, so that can go. Because that's the old coal. Then this one will be as a single belt. This will be red circuits then. So trying again. So this actually wants to be this way to take the tier 2 modules to the tier 3. This can then take the tier 1 modules to the tier 2. And then this can take the tier 3 modules. I guess it'll just be that. I'll keep that as short as possible. Set to a passive provider. So should be able to do exactly the same thing. I want to restrict how many I have because are extremely expensive. That seems like a reasonable amount. And that would go there. I'm just going to actually do one of these and I'll just copy it quietly. So this needs just the far stuff. So just far. This I think needs just far stuff too. So do that. Then where's that one? That. And then last one of those will be. Okay, I have to go there. Then what I want to do is, because you only need the red ones and the green ones. Mostly I was just taking the green ones through because, to actually get that wrong, the red one's the most commonly used. 5, 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 5. Yeah, I might have done that wrong. I'm going to keep it this way because green's the cheapest, which was the other reason why I thought of that. But yeah, green's not actually the one that's used the most. But the important thing is, blue ones are not used for any of this stuff. So once we get over here, going to be just the green and the red. Sure, on different belts, so I have to do that. But that's fine. One inserter, not a big deal. So that can actually repeat itself however many times it needs to. Like so. And I get interrupted again. That's fine, do it later. So that. These will all output there. So they're going to output onto here. Then they get over to the blue, or the tier 2 rather. What's going to happen is going to output onto there, because that's the closest one, and pick up off of there. And then that makes one more there. That'll be the last one, I guess. Output there, input, input. Let's do an input there actually, and then actually I can make this more compact, I think. Can I make it more compact? If that outputs to there, for example, and that goes there. Do I even need it? I think you don't. I can do that. There, that's tier 2. What am I doing? That can't go there. Has to go there. Isn't a power pole there. Try again. Does that work? That works, and then the tier 2 goes in there, which is as close as it can go. And I minimise the amount of tier 3s that are just lying around, not even in the box. So I should be able to copy that and do the whole thing again down there for the productivity modules. And the first modules are being made at last. And you'll see just how slow these are going, just even the tier 1s are slow. So I was waiting for that to make sure that works. Made 2 entire speed. Let's try that again. Made 2 entire speed 3 modules in the time it took that to get started. It's actually using up circuits at a decent rate, so might need to expand these belts or fix them, because I think I got that ratio wrong, like I said. But I think the most important thing will be I'm going to take the first modules once I've got enough and use the modules to make this faster, because otherwise I'm going to need to make like 4 times as many of those to get any reasonable progress done. So looking at the circuits, could definitely do more gas, which means more oil. And on the map I think I saw 2, so there's one down there and there's one up there. Given that this is where the oil is, I've already got this bit of track like around here. This seems by far the most convenient. I can basically have to clear these away, come up here, go over to there and get those. Now, something I'm thinking of is I didn't get the tank research before. I think I talked about it and I never actually made the tank. So I can make the tank easy enough. What I do need though is ammo for the tank. Ammo for the tank will need explosives, and then I can make that into the cannon shells. So explosives is coal, sulfur and water, which is, well, sulfur's like that, I've done that before. Water is there, coal is there. So that makes explosives relatively easy anywhere along this coastline. Then these, they just add like steel and plastic. Well, plastic is again coal and gas. So I should be able to do that somewhere around here if I can find a bit of space. Quite possibly here, since I never actually found a use for this belt anyway. So if I get rid of that, I think I've got space. So for plastic, just need one of these I think. So I'll take one of those. I might rearrange it in a second. So I've got that. Got that. Coal is there, so I just need a belt on for that. That didn't need anything extra. So if I just hold over there for a second. So to make explosives would then be take this, set this to those explosives. I was just looking at it a second ago. Oh, is it yeah, okay, so you make those in a chemical plant. That's fine, I'll just borrow that one. So chemical plant for explosives. I get confused because it's just such water input, but you can have one input on the assembly machines actually. It does seem a little bit inconsistent sometimes. Anyway, so water, and I need a pump for that, so one offshore pump. So I'll supply both of those. Then the gas, going to need it as well for that. And have I got the gas up here for anything? It's over there, so I could bring it down here. It'll be easier than trying to get across this again. It keeps less obstructions. Now that is sorted, that can go across there. That then just needs coal, which is over there. So I can belt that across. Put a little glitter on there, have the right thing selected helps, that's better. So I got that. Then this was steel, which is over there. Plastic, which is here, so could I put this on different sides of the belt? Let's put this on one belt for convenience. So like, well, this needs coal as well, doesn't it? My bad. That does need to go there then. That can still long arm insert across there. Long arm insert across there. Actually, better idea. If that does that, that might not quite do I want. That'll do I want now. So that'll put those on opposite sides, which is the idea. Gas from the sulfur can go nice and straight under there. And then Let's just make both cannon shells because I'm not sure which one my favourite is. It's been a while. So that'll be that, plastic and steel. So that'll be 2 input, 2 input. And I'll put a box over there. Just make like 1 stack of 8. Get the steel and this should be good to go. Other changes, since this will be in the other direction, might need to move that around. Well, I'll move that stuff around in a second, but yeah, that'll go up there. Then this, if I make a track along there, go there. And that's not too ideal, so I'm just going to throw in some chain signals to make sure there's nothing blocking itself there. Something like that should be fine. Other quick changes, unload oil. I'm not going to put any clever circuits on this one because I think I'm going to put all the crude oil here. But I set the train limit to 1, so if I have more trains, then they can't block each other. And back up here, only one will come at a time. So testing the tank, I want to try the explosive ones first to see if I can get 1-hit kills on this biter. There's a lot of stone up here, I don't even know what to do with all this stone. There's so much stone on this map. I guess if I wanted to actually concrete the whole map and landfill it all, that'd be pretty good. It's not really a tank, it's not like a normal tank cannon, it's like an auto cannon. That's all those upgrades I've done. I'm going to go through ammo very quickly though. But it does look like I can one-shot the spawners. And if I can keep moving and not get killed, that'd be great. Oh, that explosive AoE. It's not a very big AoE, but it's enough against a group when they're chasing you. One more spawner there, I think. No, it was 2 more. Now the spawners are dead. What is happening though is that acid is slowing me down. Slightly annoying. The other interesting thing is because I've got the personal robots there, they work when you're in a tank, so they're repairing this tank as I go along. And with the technology I've got now, and unlike the car, because the tank's a bit slower, the robot's actually keeping up and just like constantly repairing, so that's a good amount of health, but I don't feel a lot of ammo there. I'll probably need to go get some more in a moment. But that's another nice group. I'm trying to avoid the biters and hit the spawners, if I can. I think there's one more down there. And then use the armor piercing rounds to sort of tidy up. Actually, armor piercing rounds do not work very well against those big biters. Which I think is the point I've had in the tank before. Late game, when you get behemoths, it doesn't work so well. I think the tank, like the main cannon shell, the non-explosive one, can kill them, but it's only hitting one thing at a time. Now, do I care about this one? You don't really get too much pollution from oil. I'm going to come up right through here though, so I guess I do care about this one. A lot of spawners here. Oh, triple kill, double kill, another double kill. Let's keep running away from them. Oh, another nice group kill. Yeah, this is doing pretty... Oh, that's a big group coming there. And I'm out of ammo. Well, hopefully they are piercing rounds. They're spitters, so spitters are a lot weaker than the biters anyway. Problem is that acid is slowing me down, which is kind of annoying. Let's get that worm. Taking a bit of damage there with all of them hitting me. Need to try and avoid the acid. But I don't think they killed even the robot, so that's definitely nice. So I guess what I need to do is, well, let's actually try out the other one. I'll test out the other type of shells, so I have got 49 of those. Let's see which one I do prefer. But if the explosive one's doing 1-hit kills, then I think that's good enough for the time being. Still 1-hit kills those. Doesn't quite have the range to each other there, but that's more user error than an actual problem. Yeah, so this is the problem here, I think. You can't kill a big group very quickly. Oh, I missed a spawner too. Although what I could do, if I get the like fusion reactor and power armor and stuff and get the laser defense, then I can kind of take care of the close stuff anyway, and then it's more about shooting the big groups. Even then, yeah, I'm feeling like the explosive one, just the ability to hit more than one thing, the better collateral damage if you like. I think I'm going to stick with explosive for the time being. Maybe when behemoths come out, if they're If the hit points is different enough that I need the extra single target punch. But yeah, for now I'm going to carry on clearing these up and secure the oil. Got the oil outpost built, so nothing really special here to show. It's basically the same as the other one, just different pump jack arrangement. I did decide to go just across the stone. I thought about trying to go around it, but there wasn't space there for a turning loop, and I'm using one-way trains. And there's so much stone like around that I'm just probably never ever going to use this, even if I played for like a really long time. Maybe if I wanted to landfill and concrete the whole area, but I don't want to do that, so yeah, that's way too much stone really. Wall defences, turned out this here doesn't go anywhere, so I just cleared out the biter bases. Same with that, they can't get across there. So what that means is just a wall here. I actually ran out of like turrets and wall when I was building this, so I didn't put down as many as I was going to. I missed out some of them from the blueprints. Waiting for ammo to get delivered. Delivery point is here, so the robots can just carry it around from there to there. A little bit of distance, but it should be fine, I think. And also this far up, like there's no pollution really from the main base, and you don't get too much pollution from that. So unless I go and do something with that copper, then I might need to consider things. So I was going to go find and make beacons, and I find this. So this could be an episode where I don't do what I said I was going to do. Now, I could possibly put more coal down here. You can see these miners are fairly busy, so I don't actually want to put more power down because I think there won't be enough coal. So it looks like the best space might actually be just west of the existing one. So I only built the single track down there, but with just the coal train and supply train, probably won't get away with that, and that will save me a lot of time because I don't particularly want to rebuild all that track. Maybe make a shorter one there. Not sure. Depends if I feel I need it at some point because trains are getting backed up, I will. Also, of course, I've got that coal there. It's already in like a safe area because you've got turret. I guess I should upgrade those turrets maybe, but they're going to want to have ammo eventually, aren't they? But at the very least, I can just report it from there to there to there. So that's looking like a good opportunity to get the coal needed. New power station complete. This is basically a copy of the other one, except with a train unload, and this train unload is basically a copy of all the other ones with a certain conditions. So nothing really to show there, but that is a nice amount of power. 2 supply, another coal mine again, just regular miners with a regular station. But I did notice one mistake. When I set up this red circuit thing here with this coal, as you can see this train's now got stuck. Why has this train got stuck? Well, because the way this was being used was apparently not balanced on the left and right belt. Because these wagons are either one side of the belt or the other side of the belt, it meant that basically these ones could be allowed to deplete faster than these ones. And in fact, this is so long ago, see, when I set it up. So the other problem was, so that's why it's unbalanced in the first place. The other problem was when I set this condition up here ages ago, back in, probably when I built it, I'd already let a train unload, and I was like, well, sooner or later it's going to use this coal up, right? And no, it's not, so it's still sat here. So I need to adjust this coal to be more distributed. And once it's done moving stuff around between the wagons, what I think I'll do is if I take this over here to where there's a little bit more space, move the inserter there. Do I have space here? I think I do just, yep. So let's go do a side-to-side balancer. So instead of just merging the two things, just two pairs, which then resulted in left and right being different, this should do that, plus make sure left and right get the same amount as well. I only got like 80 of these, so what I can do now is let's go put these in here. And let's go make each one of these one at basic double speed. Probably I'll make them into tier 3 machines as well when I can. So beacons, and these really are a relatively simple thing to be honest. So if you have using the cable, so you've got copper cable there, then we have beacons, and beacons can go there. They take the copper cable, the steel, and the circuit. So there happens to be copper here, which is why I chose this location. So I'm just going to extend off of there, get some copper. That'll make copper cable. Get the copper cable, put it to the right quick bar selected, put it there. Steel's going to come along there, so that's going to be input, 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 power. Got circuits there, so if I change that to a splitter, that can come straight along there for more input. Let's just try and, all these robots are actually getting in the way. They're trying to give me ammo and stuff, I think, because I just got back from doing that outpost. And then that'll be modules. Modules, that'll be beacons. Beacons go on there. I think they stack to 10, so let's have 50 of those. And looks like those inserters are going to be quite slow. So you need a lot of 20 of each circuit. That's a lot of circuits. Well, what I might need to do is actually bring this down to here, because obviously I've got more of those there than there. Finally on this mission, so not using those anymore because I've got the new module set up. But I will still be making modules of a sort here, because what I want to make is, did I get the research? I've got the research. What I want to make is these. And these are going to need the speed module marked ones. So let's see if I can work out the best way of doing this. Perhaps while I'm here, if I make some quest boxes, do I have some? Let's make some. Let's start getting rid of like the stockpile of old stuff. So I want all the old tier 1. How many of those are? No, there's none at the moment. Well, there'll probably be some in the future. So all of those go in there, then go in there. What have I just filled up with that I don't want? Let's just get rid of the miners for a moment. So yeah, all the tier 1s go in there. I'll do the same for the tier 2s with find a space. I guess it can go there. So tier 2s come here. And how many do I have in storage? I have 2 million in storage. Now I just need these speed modules to come. That's going to end up in the way, isn't it? Do I have an alternative here? Not really. Unless I just move that. So we'll just move that out the way. Okay, good. So that takes care of that. And then I just need to make those speed modules. So I've got green circuits, red circuits here actually. So if I was to do... I might just move that as well. I'll think about where to put those later. Try that again. So how many does this need? This needs 4 modules to make one thing. One module will take 15 seconds. So 4 would be 1 every 15 seconds. I might want an awful lot of these eventually. Can I move that somewhere that's not there? Don't think I want those sticks, so what I'm going to do is put that there, get rid of the sticks. I'm just going to have the circuit. So circuits and circuits there. Then that's where to use for power. So I've got inputs top and bottom, then output, which is going to go down there to that. So those are working mostly, not enough circuits though, but that is getting made. Put the furnaces back over there. While I'm here doing upgrades, let's see if I can do the express stuff. So I'm going to put those in. Going to have splitters, long one, underground and belt. Now the main thing here is I need to get this pipe in for lubricant. So I guess that will be like there-ish, but that should be there, won't it? So it can underground there, so that will underground across there. That will take fast ones and output those there. And that needs circuits, needs gears for inputs, needs a lot of gears. Might end up upgrading the gears at some point, so that's going to be that one. That one is also gears, this one is, this one's on a special red circuit. So, red circuits are the problem here, I think. How can I get those down? So if I did, I've got a little gap there actually quite conveniently, and red circuits are there. And I said I wouldn't use bots for production stuff, just for like logistic. Well, I mean it's all logistics, but I said I wouldn't use them for like supplying further production. I don't use them for personal stuff and like just getting ammo to stuff. Anyway, so what I'm thinking to avoid using robots is if I put a filter inserter there, set that to red circuit. If it takes the red circuit down here, then they can feed into there and that stuff can underground past. There's going to be a bunch on the belt, I suppose, and it kind of isn't like it's not balanced, it's just going to have outright quality. But I don't need too many of these underground belts, I'll probably only make like 50 again. And like with the red ones, you don't use a massive number. So I think that'll be fine. Then I just need to get these pipes across. Hopefully they can all just be like that. That water might be in the way. Nope, the water is not in the way. I did leave enough space, fortunately. which means this will just be a case of finding lubricant there and it will work. Now let's see if I can finish with something actually productive. Well, what I can do for the time being is I'm just going to disable this here. Pick all this up. In fact, I'll turn this port off here as I have. So I'm going to start here just to work out the layout and then I'll position it. So given a lab, I want to have as many beacons around the lab as possible, which I believe is 12. So let's check this. How many is this? Is this 12? That is 12. So given the 12 things, I then need to be able to get the belts and to get the science packs to it. Now I could actually give myself a little bit more space there, I think. And in fact, I could even move over a bit, but then tile as well. So that lets her clear through belt through there. This lets a belt through here. Problem is where to put the other belt. Because obviously I've got 3 at the moment, and if I had space science, it would be a 4th one. Does that way? Would be the first use of express belts, but then how to get from that belt to that lab. Okay, I reminded myself how to do it because I started from the wrong place. So basically the trick is, if you had like this here, then what that means you can do is you can go from there to there because you don't need to have another underground there because you're going through the gap. Whereas these ones that don't have a gap, they underground. As a result, you now get 3 belts, which is, well, I just wasn't thinking. It's like, I've done this layout so many times because you can use the same layout for anything else that needs 3 belts. So if you were to, like, let's say low density structures, for example, you wanted 12 beacons. Because you've got so much copper, it might be beneficial to have full better copper, other stuff output. And there's also other recipes that actually do use more stuff as well. So standard sort of layout. And also that's why I was thinking I didn't need that, because actually you don't, because you look at that, move that over 1, which I did a terrible job with. Let's try that again. Move that over 1, gives you that layout, which is what I was thinking of. You don't have the extra gap because you don't need it. You only need an inserter there, you don't need an inserter there, and if you did, it could go there. You'd have to use a fast underground belt for the reach though, but other than that, nothing special. So then you just have 4 of those. Want the power to be tileable as well, so that goes, trying to remember how I do this. Yeah, if that goes there, then the next one will go there. And then you can tile this design, like so. So I got interrupted yet again. Had to go and build some defences down there. Because we didn't actually see it as a dead turret, so they were breaking that down. And then a whole bunch of them went over to that coal over there, which was bad. So, yeah, so I got these coming in here. I'm still short on those. But the real gain here is they now have 20% productivity. So for every science pack I make, counts to 1.2 science packs. Which means I need less science packs to get the same science done. And with the beacons, it counteracts the, what is it? It's minus 15%, so this is minus 30% total. With the beacons around though, the 12 beacons is actually a total of 507% faster, plus 20% on top of that for productivity, so these are a lot faster. So even though I only seem to have like a small number of labs, I built 8 of them, compared to what was like 9, 18, 27, I think it was 36 I had before. I think it was 4 sets, can't remember. Just have to go back. But even though I've only got 8, this is actually a lot of science capacity. But that's going to be the thing to do now. It's going to be basically taking every design I've done so far, making a new design with beacons and productivity modules. Because the productivity is going to get me more resources for each step. So I've got 20% bonus to research here. Well, if I go do the same with the labs, I can get 20% there. It's compound, so it's 20%, then a 20% on top. It's not just 20 plus 20%, 40% is you basically multiply each time, so it's 1.2 times 1.2, not plus. So if you do it for the whole production chain, you get a lot of productivity compared to what you were using originally. As for which one goes first, possibly the processing units because they're very expensive. I would do modules, but you can't put productivity in like usable items, only on intermediate product. So this will just keep with the speed modules to be faster, but processing units, they're very expensive. You can see how much green space is using up, and there's not very many of them. They're quite dense, which means in terms of module efficiency, because modules are expensive to make, pretty efficient. Whereas you say furnaces, to upgrade all the furnaces, I need a lot of modules and a lot of beacons, makes it very expensive, even more so for miners. So definitely I'd recommend going for the high value targets first. So process units / blue stance, then red blue stance / blue circuits, red circuits and green circuits. Probably be the first like production things I'll do. And depending on how I feel, maybe do science before or afterwards. But that will be for next time because this has taken me a lot of time to get sorted. Lots of things came up, had to do a bunch of expansions which I wasn't really planning on. But more beacons to come, so be sure to like, subscribe and look out for that.